Hey there guys, it's controversial here. Now, the dating game is rigged. Now today I wanted to talk about dating, not necessarily relationships, just talk about dating because not everyone who goes out on a date ends up in a relationship. And this is the one thing I hate about dating. And I'm gonna stick to the point this time because this is gonna be an important video. The dating game is rigged, and you wanna know why? As a man, I feel like I am just like statistically and like socially disadvantaged when it comes to the dating game, because women are literally going to use me for free meals. That's what the dating game is. The dating game is rigged. The dating game is rigged. It's rigged against men, and it hurts men deal because the fact of the matter that you have to ask a woman out, you have to still pay for the date, you have to go pick her up, then you have to go pay for the food, you have to have, whether it's a good date or not, you have to have this awkward conversation. Then now you have to take this girl back home, and then she will tell you she'll call you the next day, which she doesn't. And then what makes it worse is that maybe a week or so later she meets up with her friends, and then she ridicules you about the date being awkward, as if as if it makes the situation any better. This is why I don't do dates, because the dating game is rigged, and it is a handicap towards men, because men have to put in so much money and so much time and so much effort just to go on a date with a woman that probably doesn't even appreciate what you give, appreciate the date. Like, the dating game is rigged and handicapped towards women. Women have more advantages than men when it comes to this, and this is why I absolutely refuse to date now currently, because it's not like I'm sitting on a huge ton of money or like a golden cauldron full of gold coins. No, I am broke. I'm honestly broke, and I can't find a job. And women only want men who can provide for them, and I cannot provide jack. So I am not going to be dating anytime soon, and I'll make a video about why I refuse to date when I'm broke. And it begs in question the type of people who are able to afford dates and whatnot. And I'm not going to sit around, and men shouldn't sit around either and give these women free meals and more ammunition against the men, and calling men and fueling men's inadequacies. Like, this is one of the reasons why I stay single, because I'm not going to give women ammunition and to make fun of us men. A man offers to give you a free meal, to take you out on a date in a movie, and then you're going to clown on him if the date doesn't go your way. But then if a man clowns you and then ghosts you, then you wanna cry and then play the victim. I've seen the videos. If you watch any Abraham Preach video, you'll see it. Or if you watch any video of like maybe anyone who's calling out these women who cry after they get rejected by men. Imagine if every man had to cry each and every time he got rejected, or each and every time I got rejected. I would be called a crybaby. Because the one thing about rejection is, when you're a man, rejection is a part of your life period. It's a part of your life period. Whether you're getting rejected by a woman, whether you're getting rejected by a job, whatever you're doing, whether you're getting rejected by a sponsor, whether you're getting rejected by a casting agency, whether you're getting rejected by a manager, whatever you're doing in life, being rejected is a part of a man's life. It's not no matter how good you are, no matter how talented you are, rejection is a part of life. Just because, as a man, just because you are talented and good looking doesn't mean that it saves you from any form of rejection. And on dates it's worse. And this is why I refuse to give women free meals. You have food at your house, go eat, leave me alone. Don't and then the funny thing about most of these women is that I've heard stories about women who leave the house with no money but still manage to come back home drunk. I'm sure that you've heard about that story once in a while. Of where there are these women who go out each and every weekend and they come back home drunk. They manage to get free drinks and they leave with zero money in their wallets. Then they come back home with men's numbers. I swear, listen, in terms of the bar scene, I don't mind. I don't really care about the bar scene and whatnot. But generally, the dating game is rigged and handicapped, and it helps women only. It doesn't help men, because nobody cares about men. No one cares about what men go through. Because if a man has to complain about the dating game, he'll be told to man up. but then you will never be told, no, you should stay single, love yourself, and then try and find the right woman, but don't date. And like, that's the major issue with it, is that I refuse, as I said before, I refuse to give a woman free meals. I refuse to give too much of myself to women who don't care about me. It's ridiculous, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to myself, and I'm not going to condone behavior like that. I refuse, because women these days have this ego about them, thinking that they deserve everything. And then the funny thing is, when no man wants to give them attention, then they want to cry over social media and play the victim. It's called the dating game. I'll make a video about the dating game specifically. This is why dating is rigged, but I feel like I need to make a video about how men and women run the dating game, and how whenever men have the upper hand in the dating game, they are called misogynistic, they are called narcissistic, they are called everything wrong with society. And this is the issue with the dating game. This is why I don't date, because women, when they have the advantage, they will still want to play the victim. And then when they don't have the advantage, they will still play the victim. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh my goodness, the dating game is rigged, people. And I don't know. I'd like to know how lesbians feel about dating women. Like, do lesbians experience the same stuff that men have to experience? I would love to speak to someone who's generally a leading lady, but is a lesbian. Like, I have no problem with homosexual people. Homosexual people, you do you, fam. You do what makes you happy, as long as you are not hurting anybody else in the process, and you're not pushing your agenda on anybody else. I'll make a video about how I feel about homosexuality. But listen, I have no quarrels. We are just people. We are just people on this earth, and we should focus on that. We should just focus on being people. We shouldn't focus on gender. We shouldn't focus on sexual orientation or whatever. We shouldn't focus on religious views, whatever. We should just be people. At the end of the day, we're all just flesh and bone. So anyway guys, this is Controversial signing out and saying, I'm not gonna be supplying these hoes. You must be crazy. Anyway guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.